The energy of the moon, also known as Chandra, is cooling, soothing, and receptive. The practices associated with our lunar channel are ones which bring fluidity in order to create more spaciousness and softening, to bring us deeper into a state of reflection and rejuvenation. The following sadhana or practice is designed to bring nourishment into the body, the mind, and the heart. And it's a beautiful way to welcome the rising of the moon as we move into the evening, which is a beautiful time to rest and to release after a long day. So this is a practice suitable for all levels. The only thing you'll need is a yoga mat and 2 blocks. So go ahead, take your time. We're going to meet in a child's pose. And take the knees nice and wide. Come onto the tops of the feet and then bow the torso and make a little pillow with the hands. And gently rest the forehead and the third eye down. Take your time to breathe all the air out of your lungs and get empty. From this place of emptiness, breathe all the air in by the nose. Feel the whole body as it becomes full. And on your exhale, open the mouth, a big cleansing breath out. Inhale through the nose. Take your time to expand, get full. And as you exhale, open the mouth, a big releasing breath out. Take your fullest breath in of the day. Take your time to come to the top of your in-breath and then pause. Feel this fullness. And on your next exhale, open the mouth wide, your deepest breath out. Take your time to get empty and then pause in that state of emptiness. When you're ready, seal the lips, breathe in and out by the nose, finding a neutral rhythm of breath. Extend the arms forwards towards the front of the mat, stretch into the whole upper back, and then bow the torso and the forehead down once again. On your next inhale, press into the hands and find yourself in a tabletop position. So take the knees slightly closer in towards one another. And then I'll invite you to find sahajna space. So sahajna is this beautiful term for organic pulsation. It's this natural fluid rhythm that the body begins to move into with breath. So invite yourself either through cat and cows, keeping it very linear. And when you're ready, you can begin to pulse and make these movements a bit more abstract. Let your natural rhythm of breath be the aspect that guides this fluid movement. You can press down and back into a child's pose. You can rise and come through cobra. Again, any sort of movement that the body's calling for. Let the eyes close and move within the inner tides of your breath for a few more cycles. And then we'll take this movement as we press back into a gentle downward facing dog. So root down through the hands and then continue this sahajna flow. You can bend into one knee and then the opposite. Sway to the outer edges of the feet. Shake out through the back of the neck, releasing the head. Just a few more cycles, pulsing with your breath. Bend the knees deeply as you walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Take the feet slightly wider than hips distance. Soften the knees a whole lot and then grab a hold of opposite elbows. And the deeper you bend the knees, the deeper the release in the low back. So see if you can find a belly to thigh connection and then sway out through the torso. Shake out through the head. Just let any stagnant energy, any tension from the day, let it roll off you. Let the weight of your body be received by the earth. And let your body be received by your breath. Release the fingertips down.
Keep the knees soft as you curl the chin in towards chest and slowly make your way to stand. As you arrive, roll the shoulders down onto the back of the heart, spin the palms forwards. On your next in-breath, reach tall, open towards the sky. And as you exhale, soften the knees, a sweet breath as you come all the way down to earth. Chin to chest, slowly uncurl, come all the way to stand on your in-breath. And as you exhale, shoulders down the back, spin the palms forwards. Press into feet as you rise, reach the fingertips to sky. And as you exhale, bow and fold, come all the way down. Find length through your spine, keep the knees soft as you press it out, downward facing dog. And keep it fluid as you reach the right toes back towards the sky. On your exhale, bring right foot in between the palms and lower the back knee down. Press evenly into the feet, root into the big toe in order to draw up on the inner arch, and then hug the heels in towards the midline. Reach the arms overhead, circle the full moon, bring the palms to touch. And as you exhale, keep that circular motion alive, send the hips and pelvis towards the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, catching on to the moon. Exhale, release the hands, bring them down beside the hips. Again, with your breath, fluid rhythms in and fluid rhythms out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Find the blocks and take them onto the high setting. And take the blocks closer in towards the pelvis, and then pick up the back knee and toes, scooch them further towards the back edge of the mat. And I'll invite you to keep the back toes tucked for this variation. Continue to send the front knee over the ankle, and then continue to weight down through the pelvis, stretching further into the left thigh. And if the arms are bending on the blocks, that's a good indication. You can take them onto a lower setting, or some of you may not need the blocks. You can just tent into the fingertips. Keep lifting up through the chest, but keep surrendering the pelvis forwards towards the earth. Keep the breath full and your rhythm alive. On your next inhale, press into the feet, hug the heels together, stretch the arms tall. And as you exhale, take the hands to the inside of the front foot. Step it out nice and wide, and then begin to bow down onto the blocks or onto the forearms, coming into your lizard variation. Then you can make this a little bit fluid if you'd like. Pulse forwards and back around the pelvis. And then release, come back onto the arms strong and straight. Tuck the back toes under and then open pivot to a quarter turn. And then take this fluid movement into the sides of the body, moving into what's called skandasana. A little bit of pulsation side to side, beginning to open deeper through the inner hips, the inner lines of the legs. And you take these pulsations as deep or as shallow as your body's asking for. And then find length in the torso and step the feet closer in. And dial the big toes towards one another. Soften into the knees a whole lot and then curl the sit bones up. Reach the fingertips wider than shoulders and then allow the torso and the back of the head to release. So here you are trusting in gravity. With the knees soft, you continue to curl the sit bones and open through the low back. So it's a deep therapeutic stretch here for the whole spine. Continue to release the weight into gravity by sitting the weight back into the heels, but then counter that by reaching far forwards out through the fingertips. One more deep breath in. Full exhale through the mouth, release. Walk the fingertips back in line under the shoulders, find length. And as you exhale, pivot back to the front of your mat. Bring the hands on either side of front foot and then step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift shoulders over the wrists, high plank. And as you exhale, drop the knees, Lower back into child's pose as you breathe out. Inhale, round through the spine, table. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, pulsing with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, knees drop, torso and belly become heavy. Inhale, rising, rounding through spine. Exhale, tucking toes, lifting hips. Fluid motion as you press back, down dog. Inhale, right away, sweep left leg to sky. Exhale, step the foot in between the palms, drop the back knee. Press down evenly through the front foot. Begin to drag the heels in towards one another to find stability. Press down as you rise, sweep the arms out and open. Catch on to the full moon shape, and then as you exhale, release the hands down by the hips, lower the pelvis towards the earth. Again, inhale to reach yourself tall, fluid pulsations with breath. And as you exhale, releasing hands back down beside the hips. Last one, find the shape of the full moon. Deep breath out, releasing the hands down. Inhale, press your way up. And as you exhale, release the hands down, set up with your blocks. I'll invite you to find the highest setting just to begin. And then pick up the back toes and back knee. Scooch it further towards the back of the mat. Now it's subtle refinements, so a little bit goes a long way. Keep the back toes tucked for support, and then walk the blocks closer in towards the pelvis. Drag the left heel back towards you for support, and then send the front knee over the ankle. Continue to surrender the pelvis forwards, but maintain the lift and the energy out through the chest. And then we're going to stay here with our breath, so you can move onto a lower setting with the blocks. You may choose to continue to release the pelvis, get as earthy, as weighty as you can. But keep pressing up and out through the fingertips in order to rise through the chest and the crown of the head. Follow the inner pulsation of breath. Allow it to become that full tide in and out. On your next in-breath, press into the feet, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands on either side of, on the inside of the left foot, and then step the left foot out nice and wide. Make your way into your lizard variation, so you can find the arms onto a block for extra support. Palms can come together into prayer, and then make any movement that you need. You can swivel and roll around the front of the hip, one direction and then the opposite. Release the hands, straighten through the arms, and pick up on the back toes, and then you'll open and you'll pivot. And once again, find that fluid movement. So for the sake of this video, I will face you still. Begin to roll into the inner edges of hips, beginning to awaken the lines of the legs. And once again, we'll find our therapeutic stretch in the low back. So step the feet closer in, much closer than your traditional forward fold. Dial the toes in, heels out, soften the knees, and then curl the sit bones up. Keep that space in the low back as you reach fingertips far forwards, and then bow the torso. Release the back of the neck. Continue to trust in the gravity of earth as it holds you. Let yourself melt deeper into this forward fold with each passing cycle of breath. Take a final breath in together. And a sweet exhale out. Walk the hands back in line with the shoulders, find length as you breathe in. And then come towards the front of the mat. Set the hands on either side of front foot and then step back, downward facing dog. And drop the knees down And come up onto the knees, sweeping the arms high, reaching tall towards the moon. And as you exhale, sit the weight back onto the heels, bring the hands through the heart. Take your right fingertips to outside of right hip, and then stretch the left arm up and over. Stay soft through the fingertips. The elbow can maybe even be bent. And you may choose to go further by stretching the right fingertips further away. And keep reaching open through the arm, lengthening. And then as you exhale, come back through to center. And plant the opposite hand, left fingertips root, and then reach the right arm up and over. Again, keep the top arm a little bit soft, so there's a sweetness and a spaciousness cultivated throughout the whole torso. The fingertips relax. Keep breathing into the rib cage. And as you exhale, come back through to center. And bring the hands to plant. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, fluid movement, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, open knees, release belly and torso down. Flip the palms to face open, and bow the torso. You can shake out through the pelvis, wiggle the hips. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Press down through the palms as you rise. And then we'll sit ourselves through and finish with a pranayama practice. So please find any support that you need for the hips so that they're slightly higher than the knees. And as you arrive into your tall spine, bring the palms to ground, pressing onto tops of thighs. And come to the bottom of your exhale breath and get empty. And take a deep breath in, fill all the way up. Long exhale, open the mouth, cleanse and release. Seal the lips and breathe in and out through both nostrils. Notice any spaciousness that you felt throughout the body and the mind after those fluid pulsations. Honor that it is here through this state of reflection, of stillness, of rest, and that it all begins to integrate into ground. So we'll move into a deeper state of reflection as we take Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breathing. Beginning to illuminate and call upon our left channel, the lunar aspect, our feminine force, and that which is cooling, soothing, and receptive. Bring the left hand with the pointer finger and thumb together to connect, and bring the palm to face open and up. In the right hand, bring the first two fingers in, the last two fingers and thumb stay extended. You need to find a half gaze. Go ahead, float the eyes for a moment to find the mudra, and then let them close again. Take the right hand in front of the face. And take a deep breath in through both nostrils. And a full breath out through both. Long breath in. And as you exhale, gently seal the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through left side. Take your time to get empty. And then inhale through the left channel. Take your time to fill up.
And at the top of your in-breath, gently close the left channel, exhale through right. Pause at the base of your exhale. Inhale through right channel. Pause at the top, exhale through the left. Inhale through left. Pause, close left, exhale right. Inhale through right. Pause, gently close right, exhale left. Inhale through left. Pause, close left, exhale right. Inhale through right. Pause at the top, seal right, and exhale fully through the left. Take your time to exhale completely. Release the right hand, pointer finger and thumb together to connect, palm facing up. And then take a deep breath in through both nostrils. And a soothing breath out through both. Return to the inner tide of the breath. Each passing cycle be an invitation to soften in order to receive. To cleanse in order to rejuvenate. Maintain the length through the spine. And gently ground the palms to rest onto tops of thighs. Move into a pranayama practice to lengthen and deepen our exhalations, focusing on that quality of release. So come to the bottom of your exhale breath and get empty. Take a deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Longer exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full breath in. And your deepest breath out. Return to your natural rhythm of breath, in and out through the nose. This connection with your breath alive as you reach the arms overhead. And gather the energy of the moon as you draw it down towards the center of the chest. Take a full breath in through the nose And a long exhale out through the mouth. And gently bow the head towards the heart in honor of the lunar channel, the energy of Chandra, the moon. May it be a reminder for us to continue to move into spaciousness, to soften in order to receive, and to welcome the places that allow us to truly rest and rejuvenate. Thank you all for sharing your practice. From my heart to yours, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.